Okay, so continuing with our theme of no-bake baking, we're going to make this delicious chocolate hazelnut log. So to begin with, I've got a 2-pound loaf tin and I've just lined it with cling film and left loads hanging over, which you'll see why later on. So that's ready to go. Here I've got 150 grams of white chocolate that I've literally just melted in the microwave. So that's all nice and melted now. And to begin with, we're just going to literally pour that directly into the loaf tin. And then I'm just going to spread it out in an even layer in the base of the tin. Okay, and then this is going to go in the freezer for 15 minutes while we get on with making the rest of the loaf. Okay, so we've put our loaf tin in the freezer now for 15 minutes with the chocolate layer sitting to set in there. So we're going to get on with making the rest of it. So here I've just got 50 grams of unsalted butter, room temperature, and then to that I'm going to add 150 grams of Nutella or chocolate hazelnut spread of your choice, but we've always got Nutella in our house. And they're just going to go into the pan just over a medium heat just until they're melted. Here I've got 200 grams of digestive biscuits, and these are just regular digestive biscuits, and I just blitzed them in the food processor to make a really fine crumb. So we're just gonna have those there. You can, if you don't have a food processor, just put them in an airtight bag, bash them with a rolling pin, and that'll do the same thing. Just the food processor takes a little bit less muscle. Whilst that's melting, we can prepare the ingredients for the next layer of this delicious chocolate hazelnut log that is melting nicely. So I'm going to put 400 grams of room temperature cream cheese into a bowl. Okay, like that. And then that's going to go in with that will be 250 grams of Nutella. There's a lot of Nutella in this chocolate hazelnut log. And 80 grams of icing sugar. And that's all just going to go in there together. You'll see in a minute that when we start off mixing this, you need to mix on a slow speed, otherwise you'll end up covered in icing sugar. So our Nutella and butter is melting nicely now, it's nearly there. So we're going to end up with a lovely smooth mixture, and it looks really glossy with the butter. You can see how lovely and glossy it is. So this is the perfect consistency now, so we're ready to move on. Let's turn that off the heat. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get my loaf tin out of the freezer. It's been for 15 minutes now. Hopefully our white chocolate layer is set and we're ready to build the rest of our loaf. So now we've got our melted Nutella and butter, and we're going to add in the 200 grams of blitzed digestive biscuits. So these are just going to go straight in to the mixture. We're just going to give it a stir until it's all combined. So basically it's making a lovely chocolate crumb, biscuit crumb. So you just want to mix it until it's all combined. Like this, okay. And then I'm going to pour it into the loaf pan, loaf tin. This. And then I'm just going to press it down. It's almost like a chocolatey cheesecake base. I'm going to press it down quite firmly. So we've got our white chocolate layer in our chocolate hazelnut log, then we've got our chocolatey biscuit base. Now time to make the chocolatey cream cheese filling. So in here we've got the cream cheese, the icing sugar and the Nutella, and we're just going to start off slowly mixing it together because the icing sugar is going to explode everywhere. So start off really slowly, hopefully it won't go all over me. This is going to make the most delicious middle layer of our chocolate hazelnut log. Okay, so once it starts to incorporate, you can increase the speed. And literally, that is it. It's all incorporated. Lovely and glossy and smooth. Let's just get rid of these. Okay, and now we're just going to place this into our muffin tin. It's just another layer. Such a lovely, glossy, smooth mixture. It looks so good, you want to lick the bowl. Okay, so we're just going to smooth that out to create an even layer. Okay, and to finish off our delicious chocolate hazelnut log, all we need to do now is create the final layer. So in here I've just got a large box of Maltesers, got them in an airtight bag. I'm going to seal it so it doesn't explode everywhere. Rolling pin, and I'm just going to bash them slightly. I don't want them to be completely broken up, I still want them to have shape. I just want to smash them a little. So they're smashed now. So I'm literally going to pour these on to the log to create the final layer. And then I'm just going to press it down a little bit into the mixture. Okay, and now the overhang of the cling film is going to completely cover our log. Okay, this needs to go in the freezer now for 5 or 6 hours at least, but preferably overnight, but it can actually stay in the freezer for up to 3 months really. So I'm going to pop that in the freezer and wait for it to set. So our chocolate hazelnut log has been in the freezer now for 6 hours, so let's see what it looks like. So this is the part where the cling film comes into play. So hopefully we can just lift it straight out. Right, so I'm going to peel this back. Let's hope it works. Flip it on the tray. There we go. Peel all the cling film off. Here we go. So now it needs to sit for 15 minutes at room temperature, and then it's ready to slice.